What's up, guys? It's Daz here. But you don't really care, as we have made it back to the Lanayru region. We have completed all that there is to complete. Up to this point that I wanted to complete, we've done the entire Hateno region. And so now I want to go on to the Zora main quest. Wow, I cannot believe it! Excuse me. Yes, you. I am Groove of the Zora. It is apparent that you are a traveller, but may I ask what brought you here? I could ask you the same. How very astute of you. An excellent query indeed. I, by the order of Prince Sidon of Zora's domain, am searching for a Hylian, or I was, but then I fell asleep. I awoke to a loud noise and awful quaking, and now here I am. I'd like to get down and be on my way, but I'm simply too high up. I need to figure something out. Prince Sidon is down at the bridge below, but for some reason I cannot seem to catch his attention. But you are a Hylian, yes? Well then, my luck is improving. Prince Sidon, I found one! I found a Hylian! Prince Sidon doesn't seem to notice my struggle. Perhaps I should swallow my fear and jump to the river below. Then I could return to him. He must be worried sick. Nope, I can't do it. I'm too high up. I'll likely meet the gods of the ever after before I ever see Prince Sidon again. Mr. Hylian, I must apologize. It will be some time before I can get back to Prince Sidon. Please, you must leave me here and go on ahead. Sure. So yes, in order to do the Zora quest, what usually happens is you'll go to the region, and anytime you go anywhere near a body of water, Prince Sidon himself will pop up and say, go to Zora's domain. But we managed to stay away from the water when we first came to this region because we were going straight to the Elden Tower, so we were doing our best to avoid him. So we're going to meet him a different way. He's actually already waiting for us on the bridge over here. That's where he is when he's not magically popping up in bodies of water. So even though he's looking at us behind us, we're now going to appear in a cutscene as if we're just coming to the bridge.
Up top, above you. Pardon the entrance, but you're a Hylian, aren't you? I was hoping perhaps you'd have a moment to talk.
Aha, a Hylian. Yes, I knew it. Oh, pardon me. I am Sidon, the Zora Prince. And what is your name? Go on, please tell me. Link? Your name is Link? What a fantastic name! Though I cannot shake the feeling that I heard it somewhere before. Well, in any case, it is a strong name. To be honest, I've been watching you. I've seen the way you work. I can tell by how you carry yourself that you are no ordinary person. Link, you must be a strong warrior among the Hylians, correct? That's right. Aha, just as I suspected. I am a Zora Prince after all. I have an eye for talent that is unparalleled. Yes, exquisite. I have been searching for someone like you for a long time. A man like you, Link, who carries himself with power. Right now, Zora's domain is in grave danger because of the massive rainfall coming from Divine Beast Varuta. Please, promise you will help us. We need your strength, warrior. Won't you please come to Zora's domain with me? Sure thing. Wow, really? Thank you, Link. You are indeed the man I thought you were. Now, Zora's domain will be saved for certain. No time to waste. Hurry up and head over. Because of the rain, the cliffs are too wet to climb. To reach the domain, you will need to go straight along this path. As a Hylian, I know you are unable to swim up the river. As such, the path to the domain may be a bit treacherous. You'll likely have a tough fight in store. There are monsters up ahead that attack with electricity. Don't give up. I believe in you. Oh, that's right. I have something that I would like to give to you. This is just a small trinket to show that I have faith in you. Electro Elixir. It is a drink that will increase your resistance to electricity. I'm not sure why, but its effects do not seem to work for Zora. Perhaps because it was specifically made for Hylians. It should work wonders for you, though. I shall go on ahead and make sure there is not anything strange going on where you are headed. I'm counting on you. Okay, so that is Prince Zora. You may have heard about him before. Anyway, most people when they come to this region are pretty basic in what they have. Since I'm pretty experienced at this part of the game, we're going to fly through this, and I'm going to try and almost break this quest in a nice chunk of ways. So for a start, I'm wearing the Thunder Helm so that any electricity problems are gone, because the Thunder Helm makes you immune. On top of that, look at the path to get to Zora's domain. It's a bit like Gerudo Desert in that it takes a long time to actually get to the place, but look at this. You have to go all the way around Ruto Mountain, go for this other little cliff, you're on this tiny little island, and then you get to Zora's domain. I like it. It's a nice little adventure thing to do, but at the same time, I don't like it. Now, they say that you can't climb the cliffs because it's raining, and it is true that you will have a lot of difficulty with that. But I'm not so much going to have that problem because I've completed the Rito quest. I have Rivali's Gale. So in order to speed things up a little bit for you, since you've most likely seen this path at least 8 times because everyone's already done this bit and I'm the last one to do it, I'm going to use Rivali's Gale to break open the path. On top of that, I'm going to do a couple other things as we go along to sort of skip a couple of things as we go. We'll see what I can do. So as you can see, there's a long corner here that will take us along Zora River. We're going to skip that. Also, there's a Hinox here. Hello. I'll try not to get killed. Prince Sidon will be talking to you periodically as you go along the path. We're going to end up skipping a couple of these simply because we're not going to activate in the points where he talks to us, which is fine. Get me out of here, please. I don't want to deal with a Hinox anymore. I'm going to be a little bit reckless in this, so I've not actually got an exact direct plan. In fact, I might actually do a tiny bit of rain climbing, but that shouldn't be too much of a hassle, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's an easy little wall here. Hinox, go away. Thank you. Right, but no, otherwise, this should just be a nice, simple quest. On top of that, because most people do this in such a basic form, I think it'd just be fun to do things a little bit more seriously. There's a super strong enemy we'll be meeting later in this quest that I can just annihilate right through, so, like, it's fun. On top of that, there are some items we're going to need that I already have, because I've gone everywhere else, so we'll see if they get different dialogue, and if they do, then you'll get to see some new stuff.
Hey!
Hey, over here! Sorry for calling from so far away. The domain is still a ways off, but you're making good progress. I shall be along soon myself. I won't be much longer. In the meantime, I'll be cheering you on from here in the river, so hang in there. You can do it. Stay strong. Interestingly, something I've noticed about Prince Sidon and everyone else in the world, he seems to be the only one that has a main theme that plays as you talk to him. Like, Cass obviously has his accordion, which he stops playing, but I don't think any of the other significant people in the game have that. Like, Unibo gets a little theme for, like, a cutscene, but he doesn't have a conversation theme like this guy does. So, like, it almost feels like the game's a little imbalanced in regards to who should be your favorite character. Obviously, everyone's does seem to be Prince Sidon's. Also, these electric bats are giving me no trouble. I'm too busy trying to get the gems, which I think is kind of funny. But, like, you know, there's not really much room to, like Unibo or anyone else, really, like Teba or Riju. They don't have a theme constantly going on, so I don't know. It's interesting that he's the only one that gets a main theme. Oh, well. I did another mini skip there. Anyone could do that if they've got the paraglider, really, and we're not really missing too much, so it's not a problem. Up in a moment, we're going to come to another mini little blockade that did actually trip up my friend for a little bit. It's super easy to get over, but hey, it happens. If you come around this corner, as you probably know, there's going to be a massive boulder that blocks the way. And it's raining. You can't climb, except you can, because it's a really tiny wall to climb over. Whoa. So we go along here. I am going to show off a couple little things, not really much. For a start, there's a monument over here, but I would also take on these side quests if there were any. There is one that does happen on this path, but not until you've completed the Divine Beast here, so I'll do that when we get to it. History of the Zora, Part 1, The Eternal Zora's Domain, as told by King Dorephan. The rains have blessed Lanayru since ancient times with an abundance of pure, clean water. Seeking a bounty of such water, the Zora gathered there. Thus, as the legend goes, the domain was born 10,000 years ago. The land was also rich in ore, and so a unique form of stonemasonry was developed to create our new home. The domain is one giant sculpture, a feat of architecture that has drawn admirers the world over. Our great domain will ever stand as a hallmark of the esteemed artists who made it, an eternal symbol of Zora pride. Cool. There are 10 of these monuments, if not 12. For a side quest, we'll be seeing all of them, so if you want to see all the more lore and no one else showed it off or something, then I can show that off then. Side quests I'm going to obviously do as I can. There are 2 quests available before defeating the Divine Beast, and then another 7 that appear afterwards. So, and even then, the 2 that are available before the Divine Beast are in Zora's domain, so unfortunately I can't really take us on much of a detour. Welcome to Luto's Crossing. I quite like it. I like the design of the bridge. Although it's a little long, but convenient for what's going to happen next. Spoilers! Nah, everyone's seen this part of the game already. Although this cutscene takes a while to trigger. Hold on a moment. Hold on. Hold on. Don't mean to make a Jaws reference, but it's kind of fitting considering the water everywhere. Hey, Link! Look below! Down here! You are still pretty far off, my friend, but I was sure you'd be passing over this bridge, so I have been waiting for you. You will be in Zora's domain before you know it. In fact, I'm gonna head that way too. I shall meet you there. Whoa, Link! Beware, warrior! A monster approaches from behind you! Alright, buddy, this is a moblin. You may have seen him before, but what he's wielding is something that doesn't seem to appear anywhere else in the game. There is a side quest we opened way back in Hateno Village that I haven't actually been able to make progress of because of this guy. He's not a difficult enemy to fight, sure, because he's pretty early on, but he has a moblin club, which we needed for the Weapon Connoisseur side quest way back in Hateno Village. We fought thousands of moblins at this point, all across Hyrule, and only this guy seems to have a moblin club. It's a bit of a shame, and if I'd known that already, then maybe I wouldn't have done things in this order. Actually, I probably still would have because of the Tarry Town side quest, but still, good lord. It's weird. Wish there were more of those so then I could actually complete the side quest. We could probably complete that entire Weapons Connoisseur side quest now, because we've probably found almost every other weapon that there is to find other than the Moblin Club at this point. Anyway, that's a thing for after we've completed the Divine Beasts, so if you want to know where we're going next as a little sneak peek, we're going to Hateno to complete that side quest. But anyway, let's make a little bit more progress. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of Rivali's Gale, so I can't use any more path-breaking tricks, but that's fine. Guess we'll have to go through the normal path for a little bit. Now, as we come to the top of this hill, you'll find another thing you would normally be concerned about, and that is an electric Wizrobe. But we still have the Thunder Helm. This guy's not going to be able to do a whole lot. He's also not got any elemental weaknesses like the Fire and Ice variants do, but I can still just hit him with Ice and freeze him in his place. Look at that. Lovely. And let's just beat the crap out of him with a bone. Yeah! Why not? And whoops. And bam, bam, bam. Get down. And I'll give you a Royal Broadsword. Lovely. Pretty much one round done. And he gives us a Lightning Rod, which just shoots little electric pellets. Kind of reminds me of Portal. Again, everything with the electric pellets seem to, apparently. Right, no need to do any more exploring with the treasures. Let's have a look at another monument. It seems only 2 are on the main path, and the others are scattered around. History of the Zora Addendum 1. Around 100 years after King Dorephan ascended to the throne, a stray guardian crossed upland Zorana into our domain. The guardian seemed unstoppable. Our best soldiers' spears barely left a scratch on its metal hull. It was then that our King Dorephan, without a thought for his own safety, came out to face the guardian himself. With supernatural strength, he lifted the guardian and hurled it into a ravine. The impact of the fall left the guardian in pieces. It was never to trouble another Zora ever again. The citizens celebrated the king's valor. From then on, their trust and respect for him grew beyond compare. You can still see the scar he earned that day on his forehead, a token of his triumph. Cool. If we ever see King Dorephan, we'll be sure to pay attention to his forehead. Wow, how respectful of us. Right, we are coming to the final part of the path. As we come around this corner, we'll see once again there's like a slightly unnecessary corner to go down, but because we're up on a higher ledge, we can just paraglide over and pretty much get directly onto Zora's domain. Also, you can see the water spouting off to the right, causing all this rain. Interesting. Anyway, way off in the distance, that little fin thing on the right, that is Zora's domain. Believe it or not, it's just hidden by a massive cliff. Right. And there's more of the spouting water. Not sprouting. The thing is sprouting, but it's spouting water. The sprout is spouting water. Oh, I'm confusing myself. Anyway, we have now come to the main entrance of Zora's domain. I really like the design of this place, and I'm sure many people have mentioned it before me, but the architecture is very much a thing about the Zoras for some reason. I really like it. On top of that, the music is a somewhat variant of the one from Twilight Princess. I'm quite a fan of Twilight Princess, and I like the music for Zora's domain. As it comes in very slowly, and the name is Zora's domain, let's go and make progress as soon as we can. Whoa! I've been waiting for you, Link. Welcome! Behold the pride of my people, Zora's domain. Now I shall introduce you to the king. Hurry, this way! Okay, now that we've made it this far, we're not going to go...
Rivali's gale is now ready.
Thank you, Rivali. We are now not actually going to go to the king straight away because we want to make a checkpoint for this place. It's quite a way out of everything, so we're going to go to the shrine first and foremost. This is a shrine I'm sure everyone is pretty familiar with, but so we'll go through it pretty quickly. The Yohma shrine. Also, here are fleet lotus seeds. I'm definitely going to collect them, not only because they only seem to appear in this roundabout region, but they're also one of the best ingredients for a certain type of ability that you can get from cooking. Also a longsword, a Zora-esque longsword. I'll collect it because I'll keep a Zora-esque design. Kind of makes me wish you could store more items in like your home. That would be nice. Like if I could get every type of weapon set, that would be really cool. Like I collected the Koroks set and the Rito set for a while, but I can't really keep it, so it's a bit of a shame. Oh well. Pushing power. So this one I'm sure you've seen many times before, so we'll go through it nice and quickly. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of balls, and they come rolling down. You'll also see there's a spot for a certain type of ball to go, and all of the balls miss it. You need to direct the main ball that's at the top of the path over so that it goes into the hole. Obviously, you're going to need to use Cryonis mainly to get around. Also, there are some treasure chests up on a high cliff, like this one here. I'm going to use Cryonis to go get it. Ah, a silver scale spear. A silver scale spear, even. That's another Zora thing. It's just a Zora spear instead of a Zora longsword. Nice. Now it's all about pushing power, so we need to use Cryonis to push the main ball onto its path, and then you use Cryonis to guide its path. So first of all, we put it up on this cliff path. That's what I'm going to call it. Next up, we want a block of ice in this main path here to make it not fall through the gap. Then we want to put another one here so it doesn't fall down the side of this track here, and the other balls just pushed it off. Why are there so many balls? Usually they start despawning by now. One despawn later, I guess I just had more balls than usual or something, or they patched it to have more, I don't know. Again, as I said, you want to put the Cryonis thing here so that it doesn't fall down the side. And then you also want to put another one a level down because this is a sloping path, so you want to make sure it doesn't slope down and avoid the hole. Then you simply lift it up so that it goes onto the main path that you have created for it. And then finally you'll see that you're now in line with the hole, so let's just lift it up. Done-de-done. There's also a path along the top if you want to use it for reference, but you don't really need it. Only for that one chest, and even then I didn't use that for that either. Alright, we're done here now. On that note, I'm going to end it off here. So next time, we'll go and have a discussion with the king of Zora's domain, and maybe we'll make some big-scale story progress. For now, though, my name's been Daz. You don't really care. And I will see you in a bit.